Welcome to this Sahara 4 exercise. In this exercise, we will use the injection pattern analysis tool to analyze the different flow elements that were automatically generated for the simulator in a previous exercise. For that, we will go to our Sahara project, and once here, we will go to pattern analysis, and let's select the default. Here we will create a new scenario that we will call tutorial, let's call it tutorial 2, and we have to select in which day we will do the analysis of the patterns. For in this case, for this exercise, this date will be okay, October 2021. And the first step is to generate the new patterns. Here we have the injector patterns, producer patterns. These two options will use the pattern generated for the simulator, the ones that you can review on the map window using flow elements. Um, and also you can create your flow elements for this tool, importing layer lines or using layer lines stored in these different variables that we have available. If you create a new variable, a new line variable is going to also be here, or the generic polygons. In case you have any, you can select it here. For this exercise, we will base our analysis on the injector pattern, and we will select all the layers. So now we will see that the calculation was done in these different layers. At this date, it could generate this amount of patterns in each different layer. And now we can see that we have the layers here, but now we have to perform the calculations to review these different plots. So now we will click on calculate. We will do the calculation for all the layers. We have to select from which scenario the information of production and injection is coming from. In both cases, for this example, will be history. We will use pore volume and original in place to calculate recovery factor and voidage replacement ratio. Here we can either do it by the layer data. The data is stored at the layer level, or with maps. In this case, we will do it with maps because it's more precise. So we will use the maps that we already created in previous exercises, pore volume and original in place. We will use these well of pattern options. We will not use the sidetracks only checkbox here. We will use equivalent wells and also the well factors defined per angle. So now we will click OK. And now it will show us in which cases it couldn't perform a calculation, maybe because it doesn't have production in this date, or because it doesn't have flow elements, or some of the maps are missing in this particular flow element. So now we will click OK. And now we have our flow elements. If we click on any of them, we will see that all the plots here are going to show us different information. Here we will have the maps that will show the relative position of the flow element and the injector and producers. We can add the names and the factors of each different. The injector is going to be 100%, and the how much water is being distributed um, to the different producers. The value that is going to be reflected here is going to depend on the method that you use here when you calculated the well factors. Here we will have recovery factor against the total water injected in polar volume. Here we have some options available. We can add the name of the well, and here show as well if we want to do the sum of the overlay of this plot when we select more than one pattern. Here we have the production. We will use water production and oil production. In this case, it will do the sum of the different plots. Here we have the ABC chart. This one will show the evolution of the different controls over time of water and oil. Here you can select from how much month in the past you want to review to look for the value. Here, for example, I'm looking up to 6 months. We can also select this option to do an average of the last month. So this is going to show the evolution over time of of the of the water and oil in the pattern. So I will keep it here with average 1 month, like this. You can also define here the x minimum and x maximum for the discriminator that will show like the minimum difference, this rectangle here. Here if we select more than one, we will see the different relative position of the different patterns in this chart, in the ABC chart. Here we will see also the position of all the different patterns in the map with the name of the wells and the different factors. And here, as we discussed, we have the option of either seeing an overlay or the sum of the recovery factor against water injected in portal volume plot. Here we can see the position in the ABC chart of the different patterns that we selected, doing reviewing up to 5 months in the past and doing the average of the last month um, for this plot in this example. And here we have the voidage replacement ratio and the cumulative of the voidage replacement ratio of the different patterns that we selected. Here we can check we can check the different configuration options here or what we want to plot. If we want to plot a different variables, we can do it as well in this plot here. Here we can also do some formal modifications as well, and the type of axis, if the different things that we can plot, we can change it here with this menu over here. In general, we will be able to select the different patterns for the all the different layers, check the evolution of the different plots over time. We will have all the options to modify them here at the left menu, and if we change the layers, we will have them available as well. For example, we have this other one, the layer 7. Remember that the analysis in this window is always done at a certain date, so that's important. You have to have your date defined before starting. But yes, that will be everything for this tutorial. We have reviewed the pattern analysis tool and the different options that are available for the different plots. I hope it was useful, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.